Hello. Sorry I'm late today. So today we're going to be doing this Hard Moments puzzle by Zack, which I accidentally previewed on Thursday. And then we are going to be doing Kodama by zetamath, and that might be the whole stream, but hopefully not. We'll see. Hello, everybody. Thanks, Derek, for letting me know. I'll give the links now and do the bet sell. I need to open up my breakfast here. Bet sell is row 3, column 3. Morning, Xeon. I see Sotek and Derek and Barbie, Riff Clown, Mark, Jessica. I do see zetamath. And indeed, the queen is never late. You guys were just early. I see Tom. Hello, Tom. Hey, Friar. Should let Zack know that we are doing their puzzle. If I can find what Zack's Discord name is. Let's see here. Oh, Zack is here. Ah, there we go. Don't have to worry about it. Okay, let's just get started. We need all the time we need for Kodama, apparently. It's weird, my Discord wasn't having their name pop up, but I just have way too many PMs. All right, this is called Hard Moments, and the N is lowercase, and I'm sure that has meaning, but I don't know what that means. It's by Zack, Szekely. We've got normal Sudoku rules, so hopefully you know what those are. We also have normal min-max rules, so those are these cells that have arrows pointing in or out. And the arrows are pointing towards the smaller digit, just like an inequality would. So these three cells, or sorry, these two cells are smaller than the cells that surround them. So these three, or sorry, this cell is smaller than these three, and this cell is smaller than these four. And then these two cells are maximum cells. So that means that this cell is bigger than the 4 cells surrounding it. And this cell is bigger than the 3 cells surrounding it. Just the orthogonal ones. And you can see the arrows point at the cells. So hopefully that's clear. We have odd and even rules. So these smaller circles on the grid that don't have lines coming out of them are odd. Whatever digit goes in them, it has to be an odd number. And you can kind of remember that as O is odd if you want. And then the squares are even. So whatever digit goes in there is an even number. You can try to remember that by there's an even number of sides in the square. And then finally, we have standard thermos. Those are these ones that do have circles with lines coming out. And as you move along the line from the bulb end, the circle is called the bulb of the thermometer, the digits have to strictly increase. So if I put, say, a 4 here, this has to be bigger than 4, but it doesn't have to be 5, it just has to be bigger than 4. And then this one now has to be bigger than 6, so we could put, say, 8, and then we're forced to put 9 here. And then you might see a reason that this is not 4, 6, 8, 9, but we aren't solving it. That's just an example. Up here, this thermo branches, which means that both of these cells are bigger than this cell. But then as you move along, this one's just bigger than this one. This one's bigger than this one. So those are the rules. Link is pinned in chat if you want to give it a try yourself. Or if you're watching the VOD, I do put links in the description. Well, Worm puts links in the description, I should say. And so it should be there unless you're watching between the time that the VOD ends and Worm is able to do that. So, all right, let's get started. Oh, there's a bet cell. It's row 3, column 3. For those who don't know what a bet cell is, we just guess what that digit's going to be in chat, and you get bragging rights if you get that right. All right, now I'm going to get started. So this thermo is a little bit interesting because this is a minimum cell. So that's putting pressure on it to be smaller, and the thermo is putting pressure on it to be bigger. So, and we have the same thing with this bulb here. So this cell is less than these 4 digits. So it has to be, these could be, say, 9, 8, 7, 6. So it has to be at most 5. So if it was at most 5, we'd go 5, 4, 3, 2. And so this actually has just 2 degrees of freedom here. And since this is 4 or 5, these are from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And these are odd numbers, so they're not 6 or 8. Similarly, this has to be 5 or bigger, because these could be 1, 2, 3, 4 at the smallest. So this would go 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, and then these are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these are odd numbers, so they're not 2 or 4. So it feels like identical logic to me, just backwards. We could pencil this one. It's just got 2 degrees of freedom to it. And that can usually help find like triples or something. We're close. And then this thermo here, I'm going to do the same thing. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Wait, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, oops. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. This could be 6 still, because this could be, say, an 8 with a 7 here. But this cell's just bigger than this 4, 5, 6, so it's any of those numbers. And these are even numbers, so I'm just gonna put 2, 4, 6, 8 in them. Last thing we've got is this. Well, we got these 2 cells here, so let's take a look at those. So this cell is bigger than its 3 neighbors. Now, could we get away with doing 1, 2, 3? We could, I think. It would make a 1, 2, 3 triple here. Oh, no. Well, okay, let's put it this way. Could this cell be a 4? Well, if it was, these would have to be from 1, 2, 3. And then we'd have a 1, 2, 3 triple here, and the 4, and this cell would have no value. So 4 is too small. I think 5 is also too small, because these would be from 1, 2, 3, 4. We'd have a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple and the 5, and this cell would have no value. So this has to be at least 6. Now, if it was 6, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that seems to work out fine. So I don't think I can do more than that. So this one probably has something similar going on where, say, we can't be 6, because if we were 6, this would be 7, 8, 9. And then that breaks this cell. And we also can't be 5, because we'd be 6, 7, 8, 9. And that breaks this cell here. This cell here would have no value from the 6, 7, 8, 9 and the 5. So this is smaller than 5. It's from 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I'm being told by Barbie about some. I think Mark Goodliff calls this stacking. I'm not sure if there's a different name for it, but stacking is fine with me. So if this cell were a 6, that obviously forces the rest to thermo. We get 7, 8, and 9, and then this 6, 7 clashes with this 6, 7. We can't use both 6 and 7 on this thermo. So because of that, this cell can't actually be 6, and that will propagate down, this because now this can't be 5, 4, or 3. Let's see. This 3, 4 now forms a pair, so that has to be 5, and so that propagates up, removing the lowest digit. This can't be 5 anymore. We have a 6, 7 pair now, so now this is 8 and 9. This can't be 9 anymore. We have digits. The first digit was a 5, though, so Zeta would be unhappy with me if I danced for that. So we'll dance for the 8 and the 9 instead. So do the digit dance. Okay. Let's see. Yes, we do have this 3, 4 pair that also affects this cell. So this is 2 and 1. That's not a 1. So these are from 3, 4, 6, 7. Does anything see that? Basically, this thermo's done. Whatever we fill will work. Looking for. I feel like there should be more like that. Being told there's an 8 in box 6. Well, yes, all boxes have an 8, but let's see. It's limited to these 2. And then 2 in box 8. Limited to these 2. So this 2 looks over and the 8 looks up. If this were 5, we'd have 7 and 9. And then 6 and 8 here, so that would be 7. That doesn't work. Did I do that right? Oh no, it does work, it's fine. Don't know what I was thinking. So a 7 here, let's see, what's this do? A 5 here would force a 7 here, puts a 6 in this row, so that would be a 7. Which makes that a 6. I don't see anything with that. Makes that a 5. So if this is a 5, then this is a 5. And this is a 5. Then one of these is a 5, but that's not surprising. Hey Johnny, how's it going? I'm being told about some things. Even odd parity in column 5 is interesting. I've got 2 odd digits here. I've got at least 2 odd digits here because we have 3 of our 4 evens, so I can't put more than 1 even here. So I've got 4 odd digits at least in these cells. And if this were odd as well, so if this were 5, we'd have 7 and 9 here. We'd have an even digit in here somewhere, and then all 3 of these would be even. So this would be an 8. I'm not sure what that does. Maybe I'm missing something. That's okay, Johnny. It's interesting regardless. I just don't think there's anything actionable unless I'm just missing something, which is quite possible. Barbie has a spot? What did Barbie see? Where does row 3, column 8 go in box 6? So this cell here, I'll make it green. We're asking where it goes in this box. So obviously it's not repeated in the column. It also is obviously not repeated on the thermo. So 4 spots for it. Well, I guess it's not, okay, it's not big enough, or it's not low enough for those. So green's in one of these 2? What's actionable about that? This will make blue. It doesn't repeat on the thermo, it doesn't go in those cells. These are too high, so blue goes in one of these 2. Oh, I see. So this cell can't be 7 or 8. It sees an 8 and there's a 6-7 pair. So actually this is blue. Sorry, that is green, and it's a 7 or 8. And then, yeah, this sees a 3-4 pair and a 2, so this can't be 2 or 3. So the blue goes here. It's a 2 or a 3. And green's one of these. Blue's one of these. I don't know what to do with this. Does that make this cell at all interesting? This cell sees the whole thermo and a 5. And a 4. And a 2. Wait, it sees 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's either a 1 or it's 6 or larger. So I think that means this thermo has to be consecutive, I think. Because if this cell's a 4, then it goes 4, 3, 2, 1. And so that's consecutive. If this cell's a 5, then this becomes a 6, 7, 8, 9, forcing a 1 here, and so then it's 2, 3, 4, 5. So no matter what, this thermo is consecutive. I think there's something similar going on here. We've got a 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is either a 9 or it's from 1, 2, 3, 4. So if this cell were a 5, then it's 5. Or sorry, if this cell were a 6, then it's 6, 7, 8, 9. If this cell were a, or I guess we should at least use this cell instead. If this cell were an 8, it would go 8, 7, 6, 5. And if it's a 9, then this is a 1, 2, 3, 4. So this cell would have to be a 6 in order to fit a 5 in here. So this thermo is also consecutive. So what's that mean? I also know that if this is 5, then this is 5. I did some kind of weird chain for that, but if this is 5, then that's 7. And the 6 would be in here, so that sees that 7. So these would both be 7. That sees here makes this a 6 and that a 5. So this might be some kind of thermo that goes like that. I don't know if 4... Let's see, does 6 force anything down here? Or does 5 do the same thing backwards, I guess? It probably doesn't. I don't know if that's a thing. It's just interesting. What are people seeing? What happens with 2-4 on thermo in box 8/6/8? What happens with 2-4 on thermo in box 8 in relation to box 5? What does happen? So if this were 2, 3, 4, 5 is the question. This 2-4 would force a 6-8 here. This would be 7 and 8. Hey Carl, how's it going? So if this were, if these were both even, if this were 2-4, so if this were 2, this would be 2-4. This cell would be a 6 or an 8. So this couldn't be an 8 anymore because it would go 8, 7, 6 and that would break it. So and then the same thing happens here. If this is 8, 7, 6, if this is 8, 6, that's a 2-4 cell. This can't be 2, 3, 4 anymore. So does that mean that these can't be both 5? Because we know that the thermos are consecutive. I proved that. They have to be consecutive. So if they have to be consecutive and both of these are 5, then this would be 5, 6, 7, 8, making this 6, 8, and this would be 5, 4, 3, 2, making this 2, 4. We'd have all 4 evens looking at this cell. So these are not both 5. This can't be 5. This has to be 4 because this 5 forces this 5. So this is 4, 3, 2, 1. That's a 2. And I'm not sure about this one yet, but let me clean this up first. This is a 4. Do I not have... Well, these can't be 4. Okay, so now these are a 1, 2, 3, 5, and the 4 can only go here. And so there's definitely a 5 in them. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's an 8. Don't need the color anymore. That's not a 6. It's not a 4. This can't be a 9. This can't be a 1. This isn't 4 or 8. This isn't 2. We should know... what am I missing here? I'm just surprised that box 8 didn't clean up as nicely as box 6, which makes me think I missed something. Oh, I'm either blind or it's different. Column 7. Ah, 7 looks down. Cool. These aren't 6s. So that puts a 6 here. And then now we're pretty much equivalent. This is not a 6. So we have 1 even here. We know there's 2 evens here. Sorry, there's 1 even here. There's 1 even here. There's 1 even here max. This is odd. So we need 2 evens here. These 2 are even. They're not 4. So we must have an even in here as well. So these are all odd. It's not 1 or 3. I wonder if I should just start parity coloring. I've gotten away this long without doing it. This sees a 6. So I don't think this can be 3 anymore because this would have to be 1, 2, 3. Or sorry. Oh no, this is the other way around. Ugh. What am I talking about? These can't be 8 or 9. Can I get away with not using a 7? Well, if I don't use the 7, or sorry, if the 7, 8, 9 is used in here in some way, then I could do 5, 4, 3, 2, wait. I could do 5, 4 here. So I think there's something here. What's actually left here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and I missed something. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6. I can't put a 3 in these because they have to be bigger than this one. These could be from 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, and that's not a 3. This is a 7, 9 pair, so that's a 5. Oh, maybe not. So if these have a 4 in them, that's a 3 and that's a 7. So this would be 4, 6. If these don't have a 4 in them, that makes a 6, 7 pair, making that a 3. And that would be a 4. So I guess what we're saying is this is a quadruple and 4 is in here somewhere. There's always a 6 as well. But that's just from the 4 6s looking over. So maybe not much to do there. So text says 2 looks up in column 3. And then that makes a 1, 3 pair in the row. Cool. So that's a 5. These are from, let's see, we have 1, 2, we need 3, 4, 6, 7. I missed one again. Maybe not. Oh no, I didn't. There's 4 cells. And these can't be 7s because they need to be smaller than this cell. These are from 1, 2, 3, 9. And these are from 1, 7, 8, 9. J40 mentioned 4 in row 5. Okay, so 4 in row 5 can't go here because it sees a 4, and none of these are marked 4s. Oh, these can't be 5s. So 4 is in one of these two. Means that's not a 4. So this can't be a 3 then. So that's a 1. Makes this a 3. 1, 2 pair. These aren't 3s. It's not a 1 or a 3. 7, 9 pair. So this is a triple. We need a 4 over here. What else do we need? We need a 2 and an 8. So here's an even number. That's our last even. 6 is up here then. So that's not a 6, which means this can't be 7. So that's the 9. That's 7. These are from 1, 3, or 5. They're not 5s though, so the 5 goes here. Got 1s in this X-wing pattern, but it doesn't do anything because we have this one placed. These 5s are limited here. That's not a 9. Oops. What goes here? We have 1, 2, we need 3, we have 4, we need 5 and 7. There's definitely a 5 up here. This can't be a 7 because it needs to be smaller than this cell. So this 1, 8, 9 triple means those aren't 8 or 9. Oh, these are 8, 9. 5 over here. This seems to be like a linchpin cell. Is there something to that? Probably not, but if this were a 3, then we'd have 5, 7 here and 5, 7 here. Or, no, wait, that's not how that works. If this is a 3, that forces here. If this is a 7, that forces here. It's kind of interesting. By symmetry, this is probably 5, maybe. The fact that all the clues are symmetric probably means we've got along this diagonal a 10 minus n relationship across it. We do so far. Let's see. What can we do? Oh, I have a 1, 2, 3 triple in this row, so that's not a 2. That lets me fill something here. 1, 2, 3 is used. We need 4, 5, 6, and 8. Maybe I should be paying more close attention to parities. The matching column has a 7, 8, 9 triple, so it's not an 8. And the rest of this, we have 1, we need 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. Wait, is that too much? Two. So we'd have, oh, not an 8 because of the 7, 8, 9. Okay. Ah, yeah, that's probably what I was actually trying to see, but that's a good spot, Johnny. So this is a Y-wing, aka bent triple. Where if this is a 3, that's a 5. If this is a 7, that's a 5. I was kind of pointing that out, and then I didn't see the consequence that this is not 5 as a result. I don't know what that does, but it's cool. Got something interesting going on here. So is this a XC ring? XY ring? Yeah. Does that help? I'll only explain it if it helps. Yeah, it does help. Okay, so think about these 4 green cells. There are only 2 states of the world for them. Either this is a 3, which makes this 4, 6, 7, or this is a 7, which makes this 6, 4, 3. So there's always a 3 in one of these two. There's always a 7 in one of these two. There's always a 6 in one of these two, which eliminates this 6 and places this one. Which I'll clean up. And there's always a 4 in one of these two, Which means that can't be 4. That places this 4. That cleans up that 4. That 4. Didn't expect that, but it's cool. I'm glad I spotted it. The Y-wing had me looking in that area. Let's see. Box 1. That's not a 6. That's not a 6. Two 8 and 1 3 are left here. That's even, that's even. This is a 4, then we have all 3 of these even. Does that do anything interesting? I'd have 4, 6, and either a 2 or an 8. So I'd have to place another 2 or 8 somewhere. I don't know. That doesn't seem to do much. Hold on. If this is a 4, that's 6, that's 7. So then this would be odd. And that would be even. 2. These are the same digit through the medium of this digit, as Simon would say. Hey Playmaker, how's it going? I can't believe that didn't crack it. Maybe it did and I'm just blind, but... So let's call this digit purple. And I'm being told there's something interesting with box 1 there. Purple's in one of these two. This is whatever. Let's make it yellow. Purple and yellow go well together, right? I usually do purple green, but I used green for this. Interesting. I don't even know what to do. Like, I mean, I know what to do with it. I don't know what to call this, but if purple's here, it's obviously 8. If purple's here, it sees a 2, so it's still 8. So no matter where it goes in this box, I guess another way to put that is, where does 2 go in this box? It goes in one of these 4 cells. So purple always sees a 2. So purple's 8 and yellow's 2. So I don't actually need to color that. Got 8 in one of these. This is now 7. That's big. This is 5, 4, 3, 2. Makes that 3, 7, and 6, so I can get rid of these greens. Okay, this hopefully cracks it. Oh, this also sees an 8. Okay, so that places this 8. It's not an 8, that's not an 8. That's not an 8. 5, 6 pair makes that a 4 and an 8. These aren't 4s. So they aren't 4s. That sees a 5. It's really far away, but if you look closely, you can see it sees a 5. That's not 2. This sees a 3 right next to it. All right. 5 and 7. I think we're just filling digits at this point. This was a neat puzzle. This is my highlight right here. This XY ring or whatever it's called. I never know why it's supposed to be either an XZ ring or XY ring, but I'm sure Philip would tell us if he were here. Let's see. For some reason, I'm going to fill this triple. I need 3, 7, 9. So this is the 1 and a 2 and a 6 and a 3. 9 and 7, 8 and 9. Gonna fill this triple for some reason. 1, 3, and 4. It's not a 4. Our symmetry broke, by the way. Let's see. That's not a 4 or a 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 1. It's not a 3. It's an XY ring. Okay. Oh no, this sees a 6 and a 9 worm. Too bad. Try better luck next time. That's a 4. I meant to type. That's a 6. 7 and 5. Surely this sees something. This sees a 3 and a 7, so that's the 9. This is 7 and 3. Bet sells a 7. Congrats to anyone who got that. That 7 looks up. This is a 2, it looks like. And then I need a 1 and... last digit's a 6. There we go. Definitely seemed important for the solve path. Oh, did we catch another bot? The lowercase n. I did not figure out the lowercase n. Would you like to explain the lowercase n? Okay. It is time. Hey Rocky, how's it going? All right, this is another puzzle. This is by zetamath. It's called Kodama, and this is another in a series of puzzles by a few setters that use what are called Schrödinger cells, which I might just call S cells. They're called Schrödinger cells because they are two values at the same time, and we will go over how that works. And I'm expecting this puzzle to take longer than normal for puzzles on my stream. Do we have a bet cell? No, we don't have a bet cell. I'm going to be using circles to denote where the S cells are. So, why don't you guys just bet on row 5, column 5, and we'll try to remember that. I don't really pay attention to the New York Times crosswords, so if you'd like to explain, Rocky. Okay, so let's go over what this means. So we have normal-ish Sudoku rules. We're going to be putting the digits 0 through 9 in every row, column, and box. Well, if you notice, 0 through 9 has 10 digits, and rows, columns, and boxes only have 9 cells. So how are we going to do that? Well, one of the cells will have 2 digits in it. So just to give an example, I could put 0 and 1 here, and then I could do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so now I do have the digits 0 through 9 in this row. And then I could do, say, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And as a result of the fact that you need exactly one of each digit, you're never going to have more than one Schrödinger cell in every row, column, or box. So we're going to have 9 Schrödinger cells in the puzzle, and they will not see each other. There'll be one per box, one per row, and one per column. So I'm going to be denoting the Schrödinger cells with a circle so that we know that that one's the Schrödinger cell, and then the final result will look kind of like this, where I just have two digits center marked in the circle. So hopefully that part is clear. So in addition to that, digits on an X sum to 10. So there could be 2 or 3 digits. So we could do 4, 6, and that would add to 10. Or I could do a Schrödinger cell on one of these, and then do 1, 3, 6, and that would also add to 10. Keep in mind, as a result, that means we could easily have a 5 on an X, which normally you couldn't. You're never going to have 2 Schrödinger cells on an X because you don't have more than one in a row or column. And X's are always sharing a row or a column. All right, let's try to clear all that out. Green lines in the grid are whisper lines. So as you move along the whisper line, you are adding, the digits have to be at least 5 apart. So ignoring Schrödinger cells for a second, if I make this a 6, then I could make this a 1. In fact, that would be the only option. And then after that, I'd have to add at least 5. So I could do another 6, or I could go to, say, even like 8 or 9. That's the difference of 8. That is at least 5. And then from the 9, I just have to go down. I could go down to, say, 3. And we just keep going as we move. If an S cell's on a whisper line, the whisper constraint must apply to both digits separately. So for example, oh, right, 0 exists, right? So we could have done 6, 0 as well. So I should point that out. But if I put a 6 here, and this were a Schrödinger cell, then I'd have to do 0, 1 here. Alternatively, the example is if I do 5 and then 0, I could then do a Schrödinger cell that has 7 and 8 in it, and then a 2. And so all this is valid. 5, 0 has a difference of 5. 0 to both 7 and 8 has a difference of at least 5. In fact, it has a difference of 7 and 8 there. And then both 7 and 8, you can subtract, or 7 to 2 is 5, and 8 to 2 is 6, and so that also works. So Schrödinger cells on a German whisper, both of them obey the whisper constraint individually. So on an X, they both contribute to the sum, and on a whisper, they both obey the whisper line constraint. If row 5, column 5, the bet cell ends up a Schrodinger cell, then we could have multiple digits winning. So I think that's better. But you also have to include 0 in your guess. So you may balance out. I don't know. You'd have to do the math there. Now, I'm sure there's an amazing break-in that it's going to take me a while to find, but let's start looking. Now, the interesting thing about the whisper lines, so let's the one thing about whisper lines that you usually can say that you can't say in this puzzle is normally you can't have a 5 on a whisper line because you can't put 0 or 10. But guess what? We can put 0. So 5s are allowed on whisper lines. And that really makes coloring them difficult as well. So normally you can also color them because you'd always be going from 1 through 4 to 6 through 9, since you can't put a 5. And so you'd have this high-lowity thing going on, as zetamath says, but I can't even do that because we could do, say, 0 and then 5, and 5 isn't high or low. Could we say 0 through 4 is low and 5 through 9 is high? So yeah, we could. So I don't know what's what, but I'm going to use green and purple to start with. So on this line, for example, I'm always going to be going from 0 through 4, for example, up to 5 through 9, and then back to 0 through 4, and then back to 5 through 9. So that's what these colors represent, but we don't know which one's low or which one's high. And we get 5 of each color in every row, column, and box. I'm not sure if this was the correct one to start coloring with, but I don't know why, but this Y is interesting to me. This is very symmetrical. This is what breaks the symmetry. Oh, these are kind of opposite as well. So it's like symmetrical, but not. Hey, Pause, how's it going? That's a good point. 5 is the new 6. So when you put a 5 on the grid, the only thing it can go with is 0. And so you can't put a 5 on a whisper line where the two... So we couldn't put a 5 here, for example, because if there were a 5 here, then these would both have to be 0, and that's not going to work. Yeah, it's aesthetically symmetric, but not functionally symmetric. I like it. Oh, I hope you feel better soon, Pause. Yeah, definitely get some rest. So with that in mind, I'm being told a 5 in row 7 is interesting. We do have a lot of green lines here. But, like, for example, I could do 5, 0 here. So this can't be a 5. Here, let me gray the cells that can't be 5. I think this could be a 5. Put a 0 here. This would be an S cell that adds to 5. This could be a 5. This can't be a 5. This could be a 5. I'm thinking 5 not that restricted. This could be a 5. This could be a 5. So it's just this cell and this cell can't be 5. Oh, yeah, you're right. Even this one can be 5. Just round it with zeros, it's no problem. I don't see a problem with something like this, Rocky. 2, 3, or 1, 4 would work. So the way the S cells work on the whisper is both of them obey the whisper rule individually. That they don't affect each other. You can see the examples here. 5, 0, 7, 8, 2 is an example of that. Okay, if I was a zetamath, where would I put my break in? I think I would make it related somehow to the fact that there's a ton of whisper lines. There's row and column, but let's think about an X in terms of highity and lowity. I can have, let's see, 4, 3, 2. 4, 3, 2 only adds to 9. So if we're calling 5 high, then an X always has a high on it. And then it can't have another high on it because you can't repeat the 5. So it's going to have 1 or 2 lows on it. So every X has a high on it and 1 or 2 lows on it. So these are opposite parity. So let's clear out this, and let's say these two are opposite parity, and let's color that in. By the way, what does Kodama mean? I now have 4 greens. I get 1 more green in this whole box. I don't know where it goes. I could even have 5 greens already if this were a Schrodinger cell. Kodama is a spirit that inhabits trees. Cool. A Kodama is a Japanese forest spirit. They often are seen wearing rice bowls as hats. So we've got something similar going on here, where these are opposite parities. Am I missing something about these duders? That's a cute one. All right. I'm going to use red and gray here. Interesting. I didn't see that, but now I do. We have 4 of the same high-lowity, at least, all up there. So these can't be gray. These have to be red. So we don't end up with 6 or more high-lowities. So I've got at least 2 more reds here. Yeah, still no clue where any SL is, but my red, gray, and green purples are rubbing up against each other. So if gray was green, that would be all my greens. And that would mean I'd have a Schrodinger cell on a purple in here. It's a pain in the S. Oh, thank you. Column 7. I'm not sure what you're asking about. Who said that? Derek? Can one of the grays in column 7 be a S cell? I don't know. If one of these was an S cell, then the rest of this column's red. But I'm not necessarily seeing an issue with that being the case. I feel like there's something going on here, but so I've got 2 reds, and then I've got at least 2 more reds. Well, actually, do I even know that? Because if I could have 3 lows on an X, so I really only know I have 1 more red. Oh no, I said I can't have 3 lows on an X. That's right. I always have a low, at least 1 low and at least 1 high on an X. That's true. Otherwise, my other logic wouldn't have worked. So I have at least 2 more reds, which means I get 1 more red at most in these 3 cells. So by the law of probability, this one's gray. Let's see. If I pick another color here, like yellow and blue, actually, I don't want to use red, orange, and blue as the issue. Yellow and black. Then, can I relate these? Well, if these can't be purple, well, these can't all be purple. Darn it. I don't know. This wouldn't be yellow. I can't even relate these. Zack says he's not sure if this helps, but you can't have any repeats on that central whispers ring because you couldn't fit it in box 5. So these cells, which we'll call yellow, these are obviously not yellow. Let me call those black. So this cell here goes in one of these 2. This cell also goes in one of these 2. So these are clones of these. So these are yellow. And then these are cloned here. And I think that's, well, okay. That's true if we ignore the fact that S cells exist. That would mean this would be, if none of these are S cells, then that's definitely true. But what happens when I introduce an S cell? Because is it true with or without S cells? It is true with or without S cells, because black just can't be a repeat of, even if there's an S cell on yellow, black can't repeat that digit. It has to be 5 away. Does that mean row 5, column 5 is an S cell? I don't think it has to be. So I've got 4 yellows already. At least. The other one's here. So these are black. And that means these are not S cells. Because I've got 5 in the column. So one of the black cells is a S cell. So these are yellow. So these are black. These are yellow. Yellow and gray are different parodies, because if they... Oh, no, they're not. I was thinking in... Wait. Is there something there? If yellow and gray were different parodies, then green would be done, and these would be purple. If they were the same parody, they would be purple. I don't know if that does anything. zetamath says, small note, a cell which is not on a whisper might not be black or yellow, but both. Yeah. I don't think that affects... So... I definitely have at least 4 yellows here, but then one of these is yellow. So I can't put I can't put any more yellows on this in this column. So these are black. Row 1, column 6. Well, okay, well, we can say there is a yellow in here for sure. Could be 2. Well, no, I can't. I could put another black or another yellow in here, but if there was an S cell, but there's a yellow in here for sure. I'm allowed to say that. I think. So tech, why can't row 5, column 5 be an S cell? Or one of these two. I don't know why you're yelling so much. I can't put any yellows in this cell, even if it's an S cell. So there needs to be a yellow on the X. So the yellow's here, but there could also be other things happening. So Tech, if the constructor is not telling me it's broken, then I'm going to assume there's some way to put an S cell in this column in one of these 3 cells. Even one of these 2 could be an S cell. As long as it's, you know... Alright, Mr. zetamath. Have I broken the puzzle? Did I make a mistake somewhere other than what you pointed out with row 1, column 6? I think not, based on your coloring. Based on this cell, definitely contains a digit of this color. Yeah, my coloring means there is a digit of that color in the cell, and we don't know. If it's on a whisper line, that means that if it's an S cell, then it's doubled up. If it's not on a whisper line, that just means, well, I could also have any other color in it. But I don't know what's an S cell yet, so... We know that none of the yellows in column 5 are S cells, so it's one of these... Anyway, I'm going to keep going. What can I say? I'd really like to connect my coloring together. Yeah, so this is not an S cell. So one of these 2 is an S cell, I guess. I don't know how to say one of these 2 is an S cell. So in this column, we know there's 5 yellows. So these aren't S cells. And then there's 5 black cells in box 5. So this isn't an S cell, or none of these are, which means one of these two is an S cell for the box. So that means the S cell is one of these 4 in the column. Okay, so if one of these two is an S cell, we can't put another black cell in the box. And so that finishes the yellows for the row. So these are all black, which means there is a yellow in one of these two. That's a good point. These aren't S cells, or none of these are S cells. I don't know how to corner mark that one of these is an S cell. So I guess I won't. The suggestion is to put X's in them. Turn them to circles when I find out which it is. I'll try that. I agree with you, Mark, that I said that from the start. On a whisper line, the S cell is the same parity. Both values of an S cell are the same parity, but I'm not sure what your follow-up means. I don't quite understand it. Basically, we're saying all of these are on whispers, and all of these are on whispers, which I agree with. Thinking out loud? Okay. It almost sounds like you're describing some sort of 2-string kite on S cells, which I guess the conclusion here is, since both of these can't be S cells, that means that there is an S cell on a whisper. One of these is an S cell, for sure. And it's going to be on a whisper. But don't know where. I know it's not here or here. One of these is a whisper. Or sorry, one of these is an SL. The only way for it to not be gray is for it to be here. If I could prove this has to be gray, then... Oh, that proves this can't be gray. Oh, that's cool. Oh my gosh. No, because it could be down here. Ah, oh, darn it. No. It because the SL could be the SL could be here, for example. One of these two. We could also just have an SL right here. And that takes care of both the row and column. It was almost cool though. But if this cell's an SL, it's not gray. And if any of these four are an SL, this is also not gray. Yeah, it's a neat interaction that I can't use yet. I'll try to use it later. I really want to say greens in this box are done, but these could be the same parity as each other. If they were, they'd be purple. These would be green. Wait, how would that work? These are the same parity as each other, then they're both purple, which means all of these are purple. I'm having so much trouble visualizing this. Should I just take a look? Okay. If these were both purple, that would make all of these purple. And these would be green. And that would be purple. So that would be all the purples. So these would be green. Purple and green. And then that means black is green and yellow is purple. This might have just made it worse. I'm trying to see if this is broken in some way. Puts a green here and a purple here. I don't see anything wrong with this. These were the same parity, they're purple. If they're opposite parity, then green's done, and these are both purple. So this one's always purple, no matter what. Let's boil that down. So if these are the same parity, then that means red is... Sorry, that means black is green. Black and red are green. Yep, black and red are green. Oops. And that's all the greens for the column, and that makes that purple. If they're opposite parities from each other, then both of these are purple because we've used all our greens. So this is always purple. Alright, Calzone, hi everyone. The yellow 4 or 5 can't go on the sticking out parts of the box 5 whisper. So it must go in one of the cells with the X's. The yellow 4 or 5? I agree that yellow 4 or 5 can't go in these cells. So these two cells go here, and these two cells go here. One of these is a Schrodinger cell, and it's got the yellow 4 or 5 in it. I have no idea how to mark that, but that's cool. So the yellow 4 or 5 goes in here somewhere. Doesn't tell us the parity, but... or the high-lowity. Oh, okay, so let's take that a step further, as Sotek said. So if we know one of these is the yellow 4-5, and it can't go in any of then it can't go in any of these yellows. So one of these is a Schrodinger yellow 4-5. And it can't be here because then that would repeat 3 times in green. So this isn't yellow. Purple is black. And this is the yellow 4-5. So I don't actually like yellow. I'm going to make yellow green. And I'm going to make black purple. Gray is now purple. And red is now green. Wait. I don't know what happened with my black, but this will look right. If that's the break-in, that's insane, but that's cool. Okay, so now I need to readjust my eyes here. How are we going to tell what's low and high? It's got to be from an X. Row 8, column 5, I'm being told, is interesting. This one. So green can't have an S cell on it. We already proved that that's not an S cell. If this is the green 4-5, then this is the purple 0-9. And it can't be an S cell either. So there's an S cell up here. One of these two is an S cell. And it's double purple on an X. So that means purple's low. So now we can finally use our blue-orange because we know what's actually low-high. So this is a 4 and this is an... Oops, other way around. This is a 5 and this is a 0. This can't be a 5. This is 6, 7, 8, or 9. Can't be a 9 because, well, I guess I could just put a 1 here. True. This can't be a 5 because of the double blue over here. Digit dance? That deserves a digit dance. We're digit dancing. Alright. So we do the John Travolta. Alright. Let's see. We're basically almost done with this puzzle now. You can tell. Just a few more things to do. Ah, true. If I were to count, I would see that there's 5 oranges here. So these 2 are blue. And so now we know in this column, there's an orange S cell. And it's one of these 3. It's not this one. So it's one of these 3. It could be this one, though, which is... It's not this one. So one of these 2 is an S cell in this column. Wait. Oh. There's 5 oranges in this column, so that's not an S cell. We found our first S cell. Ah, I see. So now where does 5 go in this column? It's in this S cell with... I'm gonna corner the 5 on an S cell to mean it must be a 5, and then it's got one more of 6, 7, 8, 9 in it. I don't really need to mark that. This has the 5. So oranges in this box can't have an S cell, and this C is an S cell. And this can't be an S cell because I can't put more than just 0 next to the 5. So there's an S cell on one of these 2. So text says we can color... What, who said that? So it says we can color box 9's portion of row 7. Because we have 5-ish oranges in row 7. 5-ish. Ah, these are opposite parity. So there's 5 oranges. So these are blue. That's orange and that's blue. So one of these is an SL. Being told there's a 5 in column 7. It's not here. C's a 5 in this SL. So 5 is in one of these two. Wait, I've got 5 blues in this column, so this is orange. Ah, that can't be a 5 because that can't be a 0. Also, yeah, okay, so that's the 5. I need an SL. This is not an SL, so one of these two is an SL. Interestingly, either way, this C is an SL. So it can't be a 4. So it's from 1, 2, 3, which I'm sure you guys can see that really well. I mean, I can barely see it, but I'm sure you guys are fine. KC's an SL, good. Hold on, if this were 3, I'd have to put 8, 9, and something else in these. So this is actually a 1 or a 2. Oh, and it can't be 0 because there's 0 in the box. Got it, okay. I definitely missed 0 because I saw the 0 in the box, not because I wasn't thinking about 0. Definitely. Row 8, column 7 could be an S cell. Why did I exclude that? Just because I felt like it? Yeah, you're right. So one of these is an S, though. 5's on this whisper line. The orange over here is 5, so it's not... Oh, it could be here. This could be 00. Darn it. Ah, okay. So I have 4 blues in this column, so these can't both be blue, so they're both orange. So in this row, the SL is blue, and it's not one of these two. So it's up here somewhere. One of these is an SL. Wait. Right. This can't be an SL at all because we can't do an orange SL in this row. Okay. Okay, so that's a good point, Sotek. If the SL were here, it would be next to a 5, and it would be blue, and it would have to be 00, and that doesn't work. So we actually located the SL. It's here. At minimum, this is 1, 2, adding to 3, so this can't be 8 or 9 now. And this is either 1, 2, or 1, 3, and it has a 1. Oh, no. Oh, we got zeros. We got zeros. False alarm. We got zeros. Minimum were 0, 1. Darn it. Okay. Okay, so now this is all of our blues, though, because we know that these are both low. Okay, let me do this first. This is all 5 blues, so these are orange. This is blue. This is orange. That means this is 5 and this is 0, and now we know there is no 0 on here, so it is indeed minimum 1, 2. It could be 1, 3, but it can't be 2, 3. So it has a 1 in it, along with either a 2 or a 3. Wait, I'm not adding them. I'm not adding them. They're individually done. Okay, let's start again. 1 and 2 would require not a 9. That's really all I could say. I could be 2 and 3 and be a 6, 7. So that just means this isn't a 9 either. Okay. Wait. I'm confusing myself because X's versus whispers. I was right the first time. This Schrodinger cell acts as separate digits on the whisper and adds together for the X. When they add together for the X, the best I can do is 1, 3 adding to 4 with a 9 there for the highest. The lowest I can do is 1, 2 adding to 3 with a 7 on there. So this is definitely a 6 or a 7. This definitely has a 1 in it. It's from 1, 2, or 3. It has at least a 2 on it, so this can't be a 6. Okay. Now I think I've done that correctly. Okay. And you'll forgive me for getting confused in a puzzle like this. This will not be the last time. There's a 0 down here somewhere. Box 8. There's an X-wing on S cells in box 8. Yeah, box 8 and 9 have this X-wing on S cells. Row 8, column 4. Can't be a 7. What? Two can go with 7. So on a whisper line, they don't add together. They're separate individuals that are both at least 5 away from its neighbor. So 7 would be fine because I could put a 1, 2 here. There's, what are we saying? Row 9, column. Oh. So even if this were a 1 and a 2, that makes the minimum in this cell a 3. So no matter what, we're seeing at least a 3 in these cells, so this can't be a 7. I get it now. By the way, one of these is a 5, and it's not here, because that would be double 0. And this can't be a Schrodinger cell. Neither of these can be Schrodinger cells. So I can't put a 5 on an X if neither of them is a Schrodinger cell. So that places this 5, and that means this one is the Schrodinger cell. And these two add to 5, so they're from 1, 2, 3, 4. These add to 5. So these two add to 5. This is not a Schrodinger cell anymore. So this, yeah, this can't be 0. I don't know what to say about that. I'm thinking about where 5 can go in this box. So this 5 sees over, and this 5 sees up. The 5 can't go on this X because this would have to be a Schrodinger cell, and it can't be. And the 5 can't go here because this cell here can't be a 0. So 5's in one of these two. Additionally, none of these are S cells. And so one of these is a blue. So this is a 5 blue. Am I sure that row 4, column 9 can't be a blue-orange S cell? Fives aren't here. Definitely not here. I guess you're right. This could be a 5 and a blue. In which case, this could be the last blue. None of these blues are S cells, though. I wonder if there's more info elsewhere. Being told 5 in column 3. It's not here, it's not here. Ah. This can't be 0, so these can't be 5s. This can't be 5, this can't be 5. So this is the 5 in the column. That's a good spot. Barbie. And then in column 2 we need a 5. Let's see. Ah, that's just here. These 5s look up. This 5 looks over. So that's a 5. So that's a 0. And it's not an S cell. There's a 5 over here. This can't be a 5 because that would be double 0. So that places this 5 and this 5. Those are orange. Do I have all my 5s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have all my 5s. Wow, okay. Yes, so now I do have all my blues in row 1 because this has double blue. So the rest of this is orange. This could be either. Can't be both though, which is interesting. So it's not. Wait, why couldn't it be both? It could be both. Yeah, I haven't ruled out that from being an SL, but it's got a 5 in it, so that's going to place a 0. And this can't be an SL anyway, because it sees 1, and also because it has a 5 next to it, but yeah. So I've got a double blue SL here. So I've got 4 blues and 3 oranges. Okay, so I know that these aren't SLs. This could be an SL. Carl suggests 6 in box 2. Six can be with 0, 1 is the issue. If that were 6, this would be a 1. That seems okay. If that were 6, this would be 0, 1. If that were 6, this would be 0 or 1. If that were 6, this would be 0, 1. I don't see it. Yeah, there's not a good... My pencil marking strategy here is to put in the given, and then if I discover it's an SL, then I'll convert it to something like this. It just helps me scan. I supposedly can place a 4 in here. It's in blue somewhere. I don't see... I don't see it. What's wrong with double 9? Oh. Okay, right. I think we had mentioned this before. So these 4 digits are 4 distinct digits. They form a quad. Because if I ever repeated a digit, then it would be wiped out of the box entirely. So like if I did double 9 here, for example, then where would I put 9 in the box? It has to go in orange, and it's now none of those. So, oops. That means none of these can be a 4, because it forces double 9. So the 4 goes in the middle. So that's not a 4. So this is a 2, 3. We know that this is 2 and 3. So that means this is filled. This is a 1. That's a 9. Very nice spot. And now 4 in column 6. So 4's in one of these two. And it can't be here because this would be double 9. So this is a 4. Don't know if it's Schrodinger. I need to be careful about my pencil marks. Because that could still be a Schrodinger cell with a 1, 2, or 3 in it. These are from 0, 4, though. This is a 0, 4 pair. Actually, we can place it 4 and 0. So these are from 1, 2, 3. This is a 1. These are from 6, 7, 8. So this is, we don't know where the, oh no, we know the Schrodinger cell's down here. So this is not a Schrodinger cell. So this is a, can't be a 0 or a 1. So that can't be a 6. And this is a 2 or a 3. So 6 is here. Did I confuse X's and whispers again? Well, let's see. Let me redo this. I'm looking at this whisper. So this cell can't be a 0 or a 1, so it can't be by a 6. Because 6 has to be a 0 or 1, so that's not a 6. And so this can't be a 4, because it would have to be with a 9. So it's 2 or 3. And now because of the X, that makes a 7, 8 pair, and that places this 6. Means that's 1 and 0. So actually, I could have taken that further. So thanks for pointing that out. This is a 2, 3 pair. Wait, does this work itself out? If this is an 8... No, if this is a 7, that's a 2, and that's an 8. This is an 8. That's a 3, and that's a 7. No, okay, it just works itself out no matter what we do. This can't be 1, 2, or 3, so it's 0 or 4. Or both. No, not both. If it was 4, this would be a 9. Seems okay. People are pointing things down. 9 in column 4 looks down. Oh, cool. So that's an 8. This 5 has a 6 or a 7 in it. And what I said makes perfect sense. Don't question it. All right. So this can no longer have a 4 in it. So there's a 4 in one of these two. This is from 1, 2, or 3. So this has 1, 2, and 3 in it. So this is a 4. That works good. This sees 0 and 4. So this is 1, 2, or 3, or more than one of those. Six in column 7, says Barbie. So it's going to be orange. This can't be 6 because it's next to a 2 or 3. So let's fill this. This is minimum 2, so 2 plus 5 is 7. So this is 7, 8, or 9. And so 6 goes in one of these two. Now, if this were a 6, this would be a 0 or a 1. This would be a 1. 6, 1. Ah. Okay, so 6 is in one of these two cells, which means this is a 1, and it can't be the Schrodinger cell anymore, because it would have to be a 1, 0 if it was a Schrodinger cell, and 0 is used. So now we know that these are the Schrodinger cells, and we're going to convert that now to corner marks. Wait, couldn't the 6 have then been in here? Did I mess up again? Messed up again. Six can be in here. That's what the X was supposed to remind me of, and it just... Oh, okay. Oh, that's crazy. This is where I take my glasses off and rub my eyes for a second. Alright, so... in the case that 6 is in one of these two, this is a 1, and it can't be a Schrodinger cell because it can't also be a 0. In the case that this is a Schrodinger cell with a 6 in it, this now sees a Schrodinger cell and is not a Schrodinger cell. So this is not a Schrodinger cell, and that forces these two to be Schrodinger cells. And we're going to convert those now to corner marks. So that's a 5, that's a 4. So the 6 could still be in any of these. So this cell here sees a 0 and a 4. Guess so. It means 1's in one of these two. Could this be a 3? This would be 8, 9. 7, 2. Does a lot, but it can be. Sotek says row 9, column 3 can't be a 1. Oh, true, because we know there's a 1 in that S cell. That makes a 2, 3 pair. So this cell sees 2, 3, and 4, so it's 0 or 1. So what goes in here? It can't be a 2 or a 3. It can't be 0, 2, or 3, and it has a 4 in it. So that means this is 1 and 4? Wait. Okay, let's do this a little bit more simply. Wait, no, can I? This needs to be 2 blue values, and it can't be 0, 2, or 3, so it is 1 or 1 and 4. So that's a 1, 4 Schrodinger cell. Got it. Now where does 6 go in this column? It can't be here, so this is a 5, 6 Schrodinger cell. Yeah, so we have all 5 of our blues now. So this has to be the 0. That's kind of what probably what I should have done in the first place. Now these are high. We're getting there. And then in row 7 we need an 8. Ah, nice. Okay. That doesn't help this, but... So we know 0 and 1 are accounted for. This is from 2, 3, 4, and one of them's a 4. These are from 6, 7, and 9. This can't be a 6. Oh, this is a 2-3 pair, so this now has to be a 9. So now because of the quad thing, this can't be 9, so it's a 7. So now that's 2 and 3. This Schrodinger cell is now a 5-6 Schrodinger cell, so that's 7 and that's 6. This sees a 3, that's 2, that's 3. This is now a 1-2 Schrodinger cell. Alright, things are coming together. This is now a 3. So this has to be a 9. This has to be an 8 now from the German Whisperer's logic. And these are from 6, 7. Ah, that sees a 6 from the Schrodinger cell, so that's a 7, that's a 6. 5, 6, so this is 7 or 9. Not quite sure. So this is a pair now. We have 5, 6, this is 7, 8. So that means that's the 8. Right? Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. What's in here? This is the 9. This can't be 5, 8, or 9. So this is 6 or 7. Okay. We have a Schrodinger cell in the column, so... Let's see. I need to be careful about Schrodinger cells. Where do I have Schrodinger cells right now? Being told box 4 might be interesting. So none of these are Schrodinger cells. Oh, actually, where's the Schrodinger cell in... Oh, no, sorry. It's right here. Answered my own question. This is 6, 7, or 9. In fact, one of these is a 6. Just for the column. So that has to be a 1. That means there's a 1 here. Doesn't mean this is a 9. We could have some Schrodinger cell stuff happening. And I'm being told 0 is limited in the box. Yes, so 0's in one of these two. Can I... The Schrodinger cell's on this X. The 1 is definitely here, and the 0's in one of them. Which means that there's a 9. Okay, so then the 9 is here. That places this 9. Did 1 have the same problem? Yeah, so one is in one of these as well. But the 9 is definitely here. Oh, but this C's an S cell. I see. So this is the S cell. So this is a 9 along with a 0, 1. That's how I'll mark that. Just failure of scanning there. This has a 6, 8, or 9 in it. Okay, so these S cells look up, that S cell looks over. This 5 could be an S cell. Ah, this 1 can't be an S cell. Okay, so one of these is 6. That limits us to 0 or 1, but it sees a 0. So this is the S cell. And it has a 5 in it, but I don't know what else it's got in it. Okay, so one of these two is an S cell. And one of these two is an S cell. This cell can't be a 0 or a 1. Can't be a 4 either, because of the 7, 8 here. So this cell must be at least 7 for the whisper. And this cell here is a 0 or a 4 for the column. This can't be, well, no, it could be a 9. This, even now I'm still confused. All right. So we're just down to this X-wing of S cells, and I'm not sure I can prove yet what's an S cell. Yeah, this can be an S cell. We would just need a blue in it. It would be the last blue for the box. Yeah, if it was blue, it would be a 2 or higher. So we could do, for example, 6. What could we do? We could do 6, 3, 1. Let's think about this. So let's say this were the S cell. It would have another blue in it. The blue would be 2, 3, or 4. 4 is out. No way that's a 4. If it were a 2 or 3, I think that means this is always a 0 or a 1. I think that's what that means. If this were a 2, This would be minimum 6. And we couldn't put another 2 in the box. And the 3 would be used even, so this would be a 4. So there's no way this is a 2. If this were a 3, then it would have to go with a 1. So this is always a 0 or 1. And so this is a 2-3 pair with a row. So this... Wait, we know now that this is not a Schrodinger cell. Oh, this can't be 5. What am I trying to say? Blue, everywhere blue can be, can't be a Schrodinger cell. So orange, yeah, oranges are the Schrodinger cells. So we need another blue. That's blue, and it's 0, 1, or 4. And then we have all, yeah, we have all 5 oranges here. No, wait. We have all 5 blues here now. This is both colors. Should have marked that. So this is orange. So we need a 6 and a 7. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have all of our oranges. So these are blue. These are from 2, 3, 4. Okay. This is all making sense. I'm just being slow. So what's this one? It sees a 2, at least. So it needs to be 7, 8, or 9, but it can't be a 7. There's a 7 in the box. And there's a 9 in the Schrodinger cell. So that's an 8, actually. So this is never a 4. So that's the 4. Oh, this has a 1 and a 2 in it, so that's a 3. Okay. These puzzles aren't confusing at all. What are you guys talking about? All right, let's see. I have all 5 of my oranges, so these are blue. And that's a 1, 2 pair. I have all 5 of my oranges here, so these are blue. And these just aren't 1. Well, this isn't 0 or 1. Ah, so where's 1 go in this column? It can only go here. Somehow. What made this not a 1? Anyone remember why this one's not a 1? Oh, I think I made a faulty assumption here. I think the rest is okay. Oh no, I made a faulty assumption much earlier. When did I mark that blue? Okay. I actually have all my blues. Because this is... Wait. I don't actually know. If this were a Schrodinger cell, it would need the blue in it. Okay, we're going back to here. Let's find something else. Was there 1, 2, 3, 4? All right, this is interesting actually. This is blue for a different reason. This is blue because I have all 5 of my oranges in the row. So I can just keep doing what I was doing here. And I think all of this was correct. Up to here. We know that this now doesn't have a Schrodinger cell on it. Because it would have to be blue. So this is a Schrodinger cell and it's double orange. And that leaves just 9, 1 for this. So that's a 0. And that has the 1 in it. So this isn't a 1. Why are people saying no? What's wrong? This is 5 and 6. So that definitely has a 5 in it. This sees a 6 now. That's 7. That's 8. That's 7. That's 6. I don't know if this is double orange, actually. Let's see. Do we know? Hey, Finland. Welcome. This 8 can't be a 4, so that's 0. That's 4. Or 8 doesn't see 4, so that's 4. Alright, I know where all my Schrodinger cells are now, but I don't know if this has a low in it. If it did, it would have to be a 0. And it sees a 0, so this is double orange. So we need another blue in this row. We need the blue 2, 3 over here. And this is from 5, 7, 8. No, 5. This is a 5, 8 Schrodinger. It's the only two values it can be. Sees 6, 7, and 9. So that's not an 8. That's not an 8. That's 7. That's 9. That's 8. 7 goes with 2. That's 2. I don't think I made any mistakes, guys. Did I? Did I do a happy little bifurcation? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the puzzle, and then I'm going to go back to this point, and I'm going to see if there was another way in. Because we're almost done. This one's blue. It's a 0. That's a 3, 2. Let's see. I need another blue. That's a 2. That's a 1. These are, let's see, we have 5, 8, 9. So these are from 6, 7. We know the order. These are 8, 9. So this is 9, this is 8. Do I actually know? Oh yeah, this is double orange because it's on a whisper line. So this has to be blue. And it's a 3. That's 4 and 3. That's a 4. That's blue. I now have all 5 blues, so that's an orange, and it's a 7. And this cell here is... oh, I see. For the column, we need a 5 and a 7. So that's a 6. And I think that's the puzzle, other than my little bifurcation mishap. So I think I'll back up to that point and just see if there was another way in. I'm not going to finish it from there, but if we can converge, that would be nice. So it was at this point that I made a mistake, because I assumed this was double orange. It's actually orange and blue. So is there any way I can prove this is blue? So either this is blue or this is blue. So what's wrong with this being blue? It would have to be a 4. Row 6, column 2. Yeah. It sees 0, 1, 2, and 3. So it would have to be a 4 if it were blue. Row 6, column 7. Ah, okay, so this can't be 9. So this is a 0. That's a 4. Ah, there we go. That makes that a 9. And it can't be a Schrodinger cell anymore. And that now proves we need a blue here, does it? Do we know? Oh, right. That makes this 9, 1. That's a 0. Does that prove that? Still doesn't prove this blue. 4 could be in the Schrodinger cell, couldn't it? This is an 8. So it has to be 7 or higher, and it can't be 9. So that's an 8. That places this 4. That's 7 and 8. Now this sees a 4. Now this is a 4. Okay, and now we've converged. Okay, cool. So it wasn't too bad from there. We just had to notice one more thing. Okay, let's move on to the next puzzle. Thank you, zetamath. That was really fun. My brain might have exploded somewhere in the middle there, though. I'm going to switch to my webcam so that we can switch to the next puzzle here. There ended up being exactly one Blorange cell, and it doesn't come up till 3/4 of the way through the solve, so a lot of people get tripped up there. Yeah. It's so hard to remember. Like, I don't know what an effective coloring would be. Maybe making them like orange-gray or something so that you know that it could be orange and something else. We got there, though. Let's give the links for these. That puzzle was an adventure. Anyone know if Crusader... There we go. Give them a message. Just so they know I'm doing the puzzle. If anyone wants to bet, the bet cell's here. Okay. This is called Marupeke Sudoku 5 by Crusader175. We have normal Sudoku rules. We have normal palindrome rules. So these thick gray lines here are palindromes, which means they read the same forward and backward. So whatever I put here, like a 3, I have to also put a 3 on the equivalent other side. And so then this, maybe we could put a 2 and a 2 here. And then the center can be whatever, it's not repeated, if there is a center. So those are all palindromes. We have normal quadruple rules. So if we look, we've got these circles that are straddling 4 cells and a corner of 4 cells. That means that the digits in the circle appear somewhere at least once in those 4 cells. Could be more than once, but has to be at least once. So I could do 1, 1, 3, 4, and that would be perfectly fine. I'd have a 1 and a 3 in these 4 cells. And then Marupeke, within the white area, no more than 2 consecutive cells, either horizontally, vertically, or diagonally, contain the same odd or even parity. I have never seen this rule before, so I'm going to read it carefully. So we're ignoring the red cells here, but within the white area... Now, by consecutive, I'm assuming they mean adjacent. I think adjacent would make more sense than consecutive. So let's take this cell, for example. Well, let's mark that blue. So the blue cell sees these 9 cells in the white area, horizontally, vertically, and diagonally. And so let's say this cell were even. Let's say it were a 2, so it's even. That would mean that within this area, I'm only allowed to have up to 2 more even cells. So hopefully that's clear. But this cell here, we're ignoring the red, so within here, I'm only allowed to have 2 more even cells, if this one were even. Wait, really? So did I completely misinterpret this? I think I misinterpreted it. I think if I knew what Marupeke was, I would have a better time. Why does it say consecutive? That's confusing my brain. So if I put an even cell here, well, okay, so what I'm not allowed to do is a straight line of 3 even or 3 odd cells. So if I put two evens here, then I gotta surround it with odds. That's true vertically, that's true horizontally. If I put 2 evens in a row, I need to surround it with odds. This can be whatever because it's a red cell. And then also diagonally, so if I put 2 evens like this, then these both have to be odd to avoid being 3 evens in a row in a line. And I think that's what that means. I think that's right. And zetamath seems to agree with me. So, okay, let's give this a try then. Where do we start? Normally with quadruples, you can look for like ones that line up with a shared value, but I don't see any of those. Okay, so one thing we could start with is we don't know what parity these are, but they're the same digit, so they're the same parity. And diagonally, we can't have 3 in a row, so this is whatever the opposite parity is. Same thing here. We don't know what parity these are. I shouldn't use red. But this is the opposite parity. I've now made as far as zetamath did. Good, good. Ugh. So this white area has 2 odds in it. There's no way to avoid those 2 odds from being in a row somewhere. Or, you know what I mean. If they're here, that forces this to be even. If they're here, that forces this to be even. If they're here, that forces this to be even. If they're here, that forces this to be. Okay, so let's say these two were odd, because that's the most powerful. That would make these even, and this odd, and this even, and this even, and that's 3 evens in a row. Which I totally saw in my head before trying that. So these can't both be odd. And I think they can't both be even, because the same thing would happen. So if these were both... What did I try last time? Both odd. If these were both even, then again, these 2 are odd, making this one even, making this odd, and that's 3 in a row again. So these are opposite parity from each other. I'm running out of colors. We'll use red and gray. Can these 2 be the same parity? These are both the same parity. Let's just call it purple. If this were purple, I'd have to put a green here, purple here. This would then be green, and this would be purple. This would be green. These 2 would be purple. And everyone's happy. What if they were opposite parities? If this were green, these 2 would be purple. This would be purple. So this would be green. And I think everyone's happy again. Diagonal restriction. Okay, this is green. Now these both have to be purple. And I get a big, long diagonal. Okay. So, we've now proven this is purple. That's green. That's purple. That's green. So that's purple. So that's green. 2 purples, that's green. Okay, so these are odd because I need 2 odds in this quad, so we can actually use orange and blue now. I dropped a few frames, but I should be back. Nope, I'm dropping frames. Darn it. Can I do more with this? Yes, these are both orange. And I'm not sure if we get more out of this. I only get 1 more blue. Well, yeah, evens. There's 4 evens, so I only get 1 more blue in all of these. So it's got to be up here to prevent both of these from being orange. So this one's orange and this one's orange. Does it matter where the blue is? If this is blue, that's orange. If this is blue, that's orange. Either way, that's fine. And I think I can just duplicate that effort here. I think that makes this orange. Wait, hold on. Here I've got still 2 odds in here. Yeah, so it's exact same. This is orange, and this is blue. And that's surrounded by oranges with the blue here, which makes this blue and this orange and this blue. That's orange. These 2 are orange. And then this, yeah, that's blue and that's orange. Yeah, I need a 4 in here. That's the only even. And I need a 6 in here. That's the only even. I'm still dropping frames. Very unfortunate. Why would this need to be blue? Ah, so these are blue. Because we have 2 oranges in a row here. Okay, I haven't seen any frames drop in a few seconds, so try refreshing now. Okay. Ah, I have 2 oranges diagonally here. So that's blue, and now that's orange. Should have the same here. That's blue, that's orange. These are all white, so this has to be orange to keep it from being 3 in a row. We got 2 oranges here, so these tips are blue. Right, so I only get 1 more blue in all of these cells. So they can't be on the ends, where you end up with 3 oranges in a row. So the ends are orange. And it's the same deal here. These ends are orange. It's a good spot, Sotek. Yeah, I haven't dropped frames in a bit, so if you guys haven't refreshed yet, please do. So in these 3 cells, I only get 1 more orange. So it's got to be in one of these 2 to prevent... If this were orange, that's bad. So this has to be blue. And now I think orange-blue can be either way. Same thing here. If this were orange, that's all the oranges, so that would be 3 blues in a row. So this is blue. These can't both be blue. They could both be orange. If they were both orange, then that's blue. I'm missing something. You'll only be able to maintain 1.25 for until you actually catch up, Finland. Sam doesn't like orange because of how it conflicts with red. Could do gray. I have to color over red. Wonder if I can, like... That's a bit confusing, isn't it? Around the middle area. Oh well. Here. Alternatively, the gray cells are not in the white area, and then now I can use orange for odd, because that's what I'm used to. This doesn't help me progress on the puzzle, though. I don't know what you mean by can the last blue in row 2 be gray. Gray is just part of the puzzle constraint. We've solved how to present the puzzle, yes. Okay, well, whatever parity... Oh no, the gray is blocking the logic of diagonal, so that's fine. Can the last blue be in row 2 be in gray? I don't see why not. These would be orange, this would be blue. What's the issue? One of these is blue. Let's try again. That would be orange, that would be blue. Forces a lot in box 3. What else does it force in box 3? One of these is blue. One of these is blue. One of them's here. Oh, these two. See that one. That's orange. Oh, that's blue and that's orange. Nothing's broken. Oh, thanks for subscribing, John. It's a sub, not a donation, Derek, but thank you anyway. Need more subs. Trying to get to 1,000. I'm at 983 according to Sam. Yeah, this seems to work fine. It puts a 2 here. What if this were blue? That would put an orange here. And a blue here for the diagonal. So that would be orange. Forces this to be blue and that to be orange. And that would be orange. These two would be orange. These two would be blue. I don't see an issue with that either. If this were blue. I don't think this forces anything. Well, it's the last blue in the row, so that's orange. So that's blue. That's orange. That's blue. Ah, that doesn't work. So now I've proven that this cell is orange. So that must be blue. What else do I get out of this? We get one more blue in here, so one of these is orange. Can I do the same thing down here? If this were orange, sorry, if this were blue, that's all the blues for the row. So that's orange, that's blue, that's orange, this is blue. That's 4 blues, so these two are orange. Wait, what broke last time? Are these not symmetrical? Oh, now the diagonal's broken. Okay. So I probably just did it in a different order. So this is orange as well, which puts a blue here. This entire diagonal is white. I noticed that before, but I don't know what to do with it. It means we're somewhat restricted on what we can do there. I'm being told row 3, column 9 is always orange. So let me try putting a blue there. That's an orange. That has to be orange for the 7-9. This is orange, that's blue, that's orange, and that breaks the diagonal there. Okay. So that's orange. Same deal here, I'm sure. That's blue, that's orange, that's blue, that's orange, that breaks that way. Sure, there's just multiple ways it breaks. So this is also orange, and now we need another blue in the row and column. So this is orange, and this is orange. This is a 7-9 pair. That's a 7-9. This is a 1-3 pair. That's a 1-3. So what happens if this is orange, that's blue, and that's blue, and that's orange, and that's bad? So this is blue always. That makes that orange. Same deal here. This has to be blue, because if that's orange, then these two are blue and that's orange, and that makes the diagonal, so that's blue. Means that's orange for the row. For this column, this has to be blue. That makes that orange. For this column, I need another blue, so that's blue. And that's orange. All right. This is definitely orange. So is this for the row. Here, these two are orange for the row. We have 5 in the box, so these are blue. Same thing here. These are orange for the column. These have to be blue, otherwise we end up with 3 oranges in a column, or in the diagonal. So that puts the 2 here, because these are oranges, and the 8 here. So these are 4, 8, and these are 2, 6. Oops, missed that. That's 2, 6, so that's 2, 6. That sees a 2, so this is double 6. That's a 2. This 4, 8 sees an 8, so that's double 4. That's an 8. So this is 2, 4. This is 6, 8. These are 6, 8s. That sees a 6, so that's double 8. That's a 6. This sees a 4 on the other end, so these are 2s, and that's a 4. I don't quite have everything colored. That's orange. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 oranges here. Can I get the equivalent? Yes, I have all my evens there, so that's orange. This sees a 2, 6, and 4, so that's an 8. This sees 2, 4, 6, so that's an 8. So that's an 8. That's an 8. That's an 8. Is that all my 8s? Got all my 8s all of a sudden. That's a 6. That's a 2, 4, 6. Might be able to finish all the evens. I need a 4 in here, so that's 4 and that's 2. That's a 6. That's 2 and 4. That's a 2. That's a 2. I need 4 and 6 here. They go like that. Got all my 2s. I need a 4 in this box. That goes here. That's blue. That's orange. Whoopsie. That's all my 4s. How about 6s? I need a 6 in this box. That goes here. And now I've got all my evens. Yep, I can get rid of the grays now, because we don't violate any rules. So let's see here. There's a 5 up here. There's a 5 down here. This is a 1-3 pair. So let's color that. What stands out? Gray and purple, maybe? Maybe green and purple. Does that stand out? I'll have to do. This one's green. This sees green and purple. So this is not 5, 1, 3, or 5. So this is 7 or 9. Yeah, I mean, I could get rid of all the colors, but yeah, let's just get rid of the queens. Let's get rid of that. Let's see. 5 in this box goes here. Five's in one of these. This can't be a 7 because 7's in here. So this is a 1, 3, can't be 5 or 7. This is 1, 3, or 9. These are 1, 7, or 9, and there's definitely a 1 in them. Oh wait, I missed that. The circle confused me. Never mind. How about this palindrome? So it's definitely odd. It's not a 5. It sees both 1 and 3, so it's a 7 or 9. So this is a 1, 3 pair. How about this palindrome? It's definitely odd. It sees... I don't know what it sees. Is there an equivalent? Oh yeah, this 7, 9 is also a pair. So if I make this... Sure, orange and blue, why not? Then it sees that 7, 9 pair. Should it see a 5? It does see a 5. These 5s look over. Okay. So now I can make this purple and purple. And I can make this orange. I can make this blue. This can't be 7 or 9, so this is 1, 3, or 5. So there's a 7 down here. This can't be 3, because there's a 3 in here somewhere. In fact, this... Does this see a... This sees a 1, 3 pair. So this is 5 or 9. Being told orange in box 1 is interesting? Sure is. So this has to be orange, so it's not 5. Places this 5 and this 5. And so then purple goes here. And does that place a 5? Let's see. My 5s, I feel like I didn't repeat some 5 logic somewhere. Purple's here. Orange is here. Got a 3 in one of these two. I'm told there's a hidden 1-3 here. So, okay, so where can 1-3 go? Can't go here from the pair. I think it can go 3 places. The 1-3, oh, I see. This quad needs a 1 and a 3 in it, and it doesn't have those. So it needs both. So that's purple, and that's green. Is that the same here? Well, we don't know where the 5 is. Probably the same. So these are 5, 7, 9. That's not a 5. So now we've placed this 5. That's a 9. This is a 7. Oh, that just gives us... that blue is 9 and orange is 7. Okie dokie. I don't know where the symmetry break happened. Probably some logic I didn't repeat elsewhere. So I need a 9 down here. So this is the 7 and that's a 9. So what are these from? We need a 1, 3, 5, and 9, and that's not a 9. That's not a 9. So the 9 goes here, actually. This sees a 1, 3 pair. That's the 5. It's green. So 5s are in here. What's left here? We need a 1, 3, and 5. That's not a 5. That's not a 5. So the 5 goes here. That's a 1. That puts the 5 here, the 3 and the 7. So now green is 1. And purple is 3. And I think we're finishing. It's a 9. This was an interesting puzzle. 7 and 9. We know the order. This is 3 and 1. The bet cell was a 3. Congrats to pretty much everyone who bet 3. Was there anyone who didn't bet 3? I remember seeing a lot of 3s. 5 and 7. Go like that. And this is the last digit. 9. Alright, cool puzzle. Sotek didn't bet 3, so Sotek's the winner because he didn't bet 3. There we go. Alright. And we can turn back on our red cells. So we've got 30 minutes. Give me one moment. All right, well, let's... Oh, this is a different Wordle. I need the correct... Come on. I need the correct Wordle. New York Times. Okay. So I haven't done the Wordle today. What were the last two words? Let me look those up. Last two words. Hello. It's good to have confirmed. Humor. Oh, pause and ulcer. So we'll start with pause. If anyone hasn't done today's Wordle, February 12th, maybe go do that real quick. I guess I won't be cutting this into a short, but that's okay. So pause and ulcer. Yes, pause and ulcer. Well, so we got UL and then probably AR something or something RA. Is it Ultra? Well, that was quick. Nailed it. Let's see. Oh, come on. Okay, here's the Worldle. Let's zoom it in, probably. Ooh, what is this country? I might have to cheat with Google Maps again. Let's see. This feels like... Does this feel like a Europe, South America, or African country? Or is it even in Asia? Could be in Asia. Let's get a general vicinity. Okay, so I'm going to start with Brazil and see if it's in South America. Okay, so we're 3,000 kilometers northwest of Brazil. And yesterday was Guatemala. I don't know enough countries in South America off the top of my head. It could be Central America. So we're gonna cheat. We're gonna cheat. I love cheating at this game. Alright. So we said Brazil, and they said it's up here somewhere. What does this look like? Three thousand kilometers. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's like up here somewhere. Thank you for all of the help in chat. You guys are guessing really good. None of these countries look like... Could it be like an island up here somewhere? Are these like 3,000? Maybe I should guess like Puerto... No, I don't think Puerto Rico would even be a guess. Dominican Republic or... If I guessed Cuba, it would tell me whether it's Central America or whether it's an island over here, probably. Or I don't know, Dominica? Let's try Dominica. Ooh. We're right next to Dominica. And we're southeast. Is it... Ah, this looks like it. Saint Lucia? Yay, I got it. Alright. Should we try the Squardle? Squardle's hard. This is a great stream content here, where I've got giant white screen with this over here. Alright, let's start with Soar. Let's do Nifty. And let's see. This word has, let's see, the vertical word has an E in it, and so does the horizontal word. So maybe we can try to place an E, maybe? I can zoom it a bit more. There. Link for Squardle. I will share it to you. If I can get this highlighted. Okay, give me a word with an E in the middle somewhere. But not... I don't know where. Somewhere. Where's good? That has two E's in it. Okay. Well, let's see. Maybe we can try to get the top word. It's got an R in it and an O in it. These R's kind of cross-reference, so I'm thinking it might be R-O... Roast? Sure, let's try roast. It's not bad. We've got an N. So for the middle one, we have an N, I, and F somewhere. For this horizontal one, we have an N, I, and F. It doesn't have a T in it, but someone else has a T in it. The I's not second, so maybe it's like something thin. Faint? No, it doesn't have a T in it. No, it's not. It doesn't start with fin because the second letter's not I. Coffee has no T in it, true. You like knife. The last letter's not E, though. I'm thinking... Let's see, what am I thinking? If we could figure out what this vertical word is, then we might get the middle letter here. Like, could it really start with F? What would be R something F something T? We don't even know... Oh, there's an E in this word. But this doesn't have an E. So it's either... It's like R, E, or R something something E. I almost think like rivet. No, the I would show left if that were an I. Rebut could work. Remit. Remit would work. So do you want to try starting with M? And then, like, ending with NIF or FIN. Like, muffin I know has 2 Fs, but I want it to be muffin. Because I'm hungry. No, it's not FIN. It would have to be NIF. Or inf. Fling. I like fling. Let's try that. Oh, it is fling. Wow. Good job, zetamath. Alright. This bottom word starts with T, and it has an E and an R in it. The E's not middle. So it could be like T... something... TR seems useful. TR something, and then E. E would have to go here. Or we could do TER. Do we know anything about R vertically? No. Tried? Tried is pretty good. Because the I, this I is vertical. Oh no, but the I got placed here. And I don't know what would be I something I. I think it would have to end with a consonant. You like tiger. No, G is white, which means it's not there. It's somewhere else in the puzzle, which is actually here. So I like TR. TR. I want a consonant here, but that's hard with TR, isn't it? So maybe TE. Yeah, we'll guess refit when we do verse vertical. Tryst. We have to use an E. Oh, Harry, thank you for subscribing. If anyone else is not subscribed, I'd love it if you would, because I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize. I need my 50 cents a month from the ads you guys are seeing. Let's see. The middle letter is not a G. That white G means there's a G somewhere, but it's not there, and it's not in the word. It's basically saying this is a G. That's what the white G means. Place an H. The H is here. This is an H. Okay, I gotta come up with some kind of word. No, the middle letter's not a G. Oh, are we looking vertical? You think vertically it's tiger? I think vertically, no, actually, we know this second letter's not an I, because this I would be pointing right if it was. Is Tager a word or something? No. Yeah, we might be able to get the vertical word. It's not TRG, so T... Peter really wants me to try tater. Oh, that's close. Alright, so now we know this is refit, so we'll get our free turn. Okay, so now we need this word that's in the middle. Now if we can figure out what TA something ER is, taper maybe? So what ends with P here? This is a T. We then have something I, something P. What's taters, precious? You're thinking... I'm thinking the T has to be here. We have... Look at all these T's looking left. Why would it be here? I guess it could be. Tater is short for potato, yeah. I really want to see if this starts with T. T... It would be THI. Because this H looks left. That actually means this is an H. So THI, and then... What haven't I used? Something P? Oh, is taker a word? Think. No, this letter's not... This letter's not an N. Thick? I like thick. Oh no, but we already had thick. Wait. Oh, no, never mind. We didn't have thick. Okay, we're close. So, what's this word? So we need to guess this word here. This vertical word, which ends with GER. And it doesn't have a W. Oh, it's something O. This O looks left. Or right. This O looks right. So it's something OGER. What could it be? Roger? Yeah. And then our last word is rotor. We did it! With 5 guesses remaining. Alright, it just took 33 of us, but we did it. All right, someone wanted the Mathler, or we could do the Nerdle as well. Let's do the Nerdle. Here's where Nerdle is. Zoom this in a lot. Where'd I go? All right, so I like to just start. Hey, John. Good evening. I mean, there's really no good start, right? 1, 2 plus. What did I do? Like 1, 2 plus 5, 6 equals. No, 5, 6 is bad. 5, 7 equals 68. Use up the small digits, you think? Use a 0. I'll do 4, 6. 1, 2 plus 4, 6 equals 5, 8. Oops, equals 5, 8. I'll do that. And I always forget what these colors mean because they, for some reason, use different colors than. Okay, so this bluish green color is correct, and the purple is in the thing but the wrong spot. So we actually got a lot correct. Wait a minute. 16 plus 30. And then a number bigger than 5. 37 is equal to 53. If I did 39, we'd be equal to 55. Can't avoid repeating a digit. All right, well, 16 plus 37 is equal to 53. Nope. 16 plus 35 is equal to 51. We got it. Oh, when I did 55, 5 was purple. I see. I didn't notice that. Could have gotten it in 3. What else we got? We could do the Quordle. Daily Quordle. Do I have this on dark mode? Is there a light mode? I don't think there's a light mode. This is hard to see on stream, huh? I don't know. SHA 256 sums. What the heck? Alright, I'm going to start with soar and nifty. Alright, well, the second word, we've got the I and the E placed. Could it be like R-I something something E? Yes, I know that's not a word. I'm good, John. How are you doing? Or it could be something I-R something E. Oh, Ridge is a good guess. Ridge is it. Okay. Good job, Derek. So I guess for the third word, David is saying faded. Oh, it doesn't have an E in it. It's not faded. It doesn't have a D in it either. Left bottom must be farty. Unfortunately, the R and the Y are black. Fatal? Fatal's not bad. Not quite, but we're close. So it's F-A. One of these is L, and then there's a T. Fallet? Fault. I think fault is better than fallet. All right. Okay, so I like this top left one because we know we have probably like D, A, something, N, E. Dance? Dance is good. I haven't done a C yet. Oh, it is dance. Now we just got this last one. F something 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 E. And we've got a lot of letters that... Digit dance. We don't have any vowels left. We probably have multiple E's then. Can't be an A, can't be a U or an I or an O or a Y. So we're using E's. We're using lots of E's. It doesn't have a C in it. Fem. It is fem. Hey, I got one. Nice. Fem is kind of English. English likes to borrow words. Yeah, a lot of French words are also English words. Let's see. You guys want to guess a prime number? Turn off my dark mode here. Here's Primel. I'm being told to guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. It's not a prime. Sorry. Eight, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 9 is your favorite prime. We need a 5-digit prime. I don't even know 5-digit primes. 1, 2, 3, 5, 9. Nope. How about 1, 2, 3, 6, 9? Nope. How about 1, 2, 3, 7, 9? There we go. Ooh, it starts with 1. We got a 3 and a 7 somewhere. 1, 3, 7. No 9s. Let's try to get an even number in here. No 2s either. So 4, 4, 1. No. 4, 3. 4, 7. No. Okay, how about 6, 6, 1. 6, 3. There we go. Oh, okay. So we got 1, 3, something, something, 7. How about 1, 3, 6, 8, 7? Ooh. 1, 3, 4. Am I missing like 4, 5, 7? No. Okay. 1, 3, 0, 4, 7. No. 1, 3, 1, 4, 7. I got it. Didn't think I get it. Yeah, you can repeat digits. It was 1, 3, 1, 4, 7. All right. We're going to end with Lordle of the Rings. So this uses words that appear in the Lord of the Rings trilogy proper. Any 5-letter word that appears, including proper names. So of course we're going to start with Frodo, right? We could try to place the L with Bilbo, or the O with Bilbo. Oh, well, Bilbo's a terrible guess, because we know the O's not at the end. Alright, so what are we going to guess? Golem. Well, we know there's no L. How about count? Ooh, okay. Yeah, it literally any 5-letter word that appears in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Any. So yeah, plenty of normal words. But why would you start with a normal word? Zetamath played Lordle exactly once. And he tried a word and it said it wasn't a dirty word. And then it turned out to be the right answer, but it ended with S instead of D. Interesting. Soup. Soups. Doesn't have a C in it. I keep thinking ND after OU, but it's definitely not. It doesn't have an N or a D. House. Ooh. I like house. It is house. Well, there we go. That's not a very Lord of the Rings word. All right. Good job, everybody. That was fun. Ending the stream with a bunch of these. I think that'll be it for the stream. But if you want more puzzles, Zetamath's got your back. Zetamath will start soon. Let me find the link so that you can go right there. If you haven't subscribed, please remember to subscribe, like the stream. let's see. Where's zetamath's channel? It's one of these. There we go. I can look it up here. Saturday. All right, looks like this is zetamath's stream right there. Go ahead. And I will see you on Thursday. And I'm planning on doing a 1,000 sub stream, but I'm going to do it as a monetization stream. So I'm going to get 1,000 subs, and then I'm going to apply for monetization. I'm told that can take like a month or longer, so I have no idea how long that'll take. But when I hit monetization, that's when we'll celebrate the 1,000 subs. The idea is we will set a puzzle based on 1,000 in some way, or themed towards money maybe. We'll see, but we'll set a puzzle together. Thanks for coming by, everybody, and join the Discord if you haven't joined the Discord, if you want to hang out. And I'll see you guys next time. Yes, we will be setting the stream will be setting a puzzle, just to be clear. I will not be doing any puzzles. I will be setting one or more puzzles on stream with you guys. All right. If you have ideas for that, talk to me on Discord. And I'll see